be honest, hands up, you have bought frozen sausage rolls from the store, from the freezer aisle, threw them in the oven and served them at your party. Guilty. I don't know why I've waited this long to make homemade sausage rolls, but I am doing it. I love it, and here we go. Welcome to the Silly Kitchen. My name is Sylvia, and I absolutely love to cook at home and hopefully inspire my viewers to cook at home as well and try some new things. I try lots of new things, I share favorites, and sometimes I even screw up. It happens, and I do show them on my YouTube channel because it happens to everybody, and in order to get better at cooking, you gotta screw up sometimes, right? Today, I am gonna go through a really easy recipe to make homemade sausage rolls, and it is so worth it to do it yourself instead of buying the frozen stuff at the store. So let me take you through the recipe. Now, for those of you who are bakers and love making your own pastries and doughs, you go ahead and do that. But for the rest of us, go ahead and buy yourself some puff pastry from the frozen aisle. This is so worth it. It is totally okay in my mind to buy this part of the recipe because we're gonna make everything else from scratch. So if you are buying the frozen puff pastry like I did, make sure you let that thaw out before you try to unroll it because you don't want to break it. While that is thawing, we can put together our filling and our mixture. So you have two options here. You can just buy some ground pork, or you can actually take the sausage meat out of the casing of some sausages. It is gonna probably be a little bit seasoned already, so there's a bit of a difference using the ground pork without any seasoning or utilizing something that is already seasoned and has some extra ingredients. I'm gonna go with the sausages today. I'm using 4, pulling them out of their casing and then getting them in a bowl so that we can assemble the rest of the ingredients. My mixture has my sausage meat out of the casing there. I've also diced 1 onion, just a small onion, and also 1 clove of garlic minced. I'm adding salt, pepper, and I'm also gonna add 1 tablespoon of dry parsley flakes and 3 tablespoons of breadcrumbs. I'm gonna use a fork to mix it all together just so that I don't use my warm hands to create kind of a mush. I really think the fork method here works well. Unrolling that puff pastry that we've let thaw out, hoping that no cracks happen. I'm gonna cut it in half because we're making little sausage rolls, so we don't need the whole sheet. And then my meat mixture goes right in the center. Now I am gonna play with it a little bit just to make sure that it's sort of squished together and there aren't any air pockets and it's all sort of uniform. Now a quick pause. Do you know what egg wash is? I think most people do. But when I first started cooking, I didn't know what egg wash was. I thought, I don't know what these people are putting on there. Something with egg. You just beat up an egg with a fork and that's all it is. But it is a very key step in this because we do need it. It helps with the recipe and anytime that you're working with puff pastry. And this is where we need it. We need it to be the glue that sort of holds the pastry together. So I'm just putting a nice solid amount there on the edge and I'm gonna roll my pastry over top of my meat mixture and give it like a nice sort of burrito roll. And I'm also gonna just make sure that the ends stick together too. With a sharp knife, we're gonna make our cuts into this pastry. Take your time, take it easy, make sure the mixture stays in, and then we're gonna put it onto our sheet pan, all of those pieces. Once again, we need that egg wash on top of those individual pieces for sausage rolls. Get that in the oven at 350 degrees for 30 minutes and you have your ready-made sausage rolls. I gotta tell you, 99% of the sausage rolls I've had have probably come out of a package from the grocery store already pre-made and heat up. But from this day forward, I am never buying those because this is so easy to make and so delicious. And now that I kind of have the basics of it and they turned out wonderfully, we can totally change it up and play with the flavors. So I'm thinking, like, what if I use ground turkey? And then we can make sort of a Thanksgiving version where maybe I'll throw in some apples or cranberries in there and have sort of a festive little sausage roll appetizer. Or we could make it spicy, maybe add a little bit of chorizo sausage in there. I mean, the flavors are endless. The classic, however, is delicious. I highly recommend it. Try it at home yourself. Thank you so much for watching The Silly Kitchen. Till next time.